Hello, and welcome back to day 13 of Talking to the Camera. I had a very interesting day today. To start things off, my morning was terrible. I couldn't find anything in terms of my gym clothes. I couldn't find my shoes. I couldn't find anything. And I just literally wanted to go for a walk, and I woke up late. It was a terrible start, but you know what, I was still able to walk. I did a 20-minute walk, and I brought my phone with me, and I did some voice journaling, and I found it very, very calming, very eye-opening, very meditative. I was able to, I had this really weird dream that I'm just not really ready to share at this point, but it's a bit of I don't know, I feel like the dream had a bit of a message behind it in terms of trauma that I experienced as a child, and yeah, I had to journal it via voice note, and thought about a couple things too aside from the dream, what I want to do in terms of my work, and just a lot of deep questions that I've been wanting to answer for myself. So I'm looking to really implement walking and journaling the next I want to make walking a habit in my morning routine, and by doing that, I'm looking to implement habit stacking. I'm going back into reading Atomic Habit by James Clear, and so what I want to do in the mornings is usually I'll wake up at 6 o'clock, and it'll be super lax. I'll wake up, do the typical drink water, go to the washroom, and we have a wood stove. So, and since it's winter right now, usually my thing is I'll wake up, get the fire going, make some coffee, bring our dogs out for a quick washroom break, and proceed going downstairs, doing my workout. So I'm looking to get that a little bit more organized. Since everything's pretty much repetitive, I'm looking to just kind of simplify things, have my gym clothes out, have my shoes ready for when I go for either a walk or a run. And I don't want to think about it. I want the day before to be just to set my future self, my tomorrow self, just have it be super prepared. So that's what I want to do, and implement habit stacking in other things like journaling. I haven't really been able to carve out some time for journaling, so I definitely want to carve that out in the afternoons and just be outside more. In the afternoons, usually when I'm grinding and working, I just kind of get stuck, and it's just I'll just work throughout the whole day without giving myself a break. So I really gotta just go outside for just a quick walk, leave my phone at home. We have a trail just north from our house, so I just want to walk it more. That sounds weird. Walk it more. I just want to walk more in general. So going back to this super interesting day, around 2 o'clock our power went out, and right now we're going through we had a massive amount of rain, and the snow's melting. It's been pretty mild, and in our basement we have a sump pump, and the sump pump pumps out the water from our basement. And when the power died, so there's like water gushing into this sump pump pit, and I'm like panicking, like, oh my god, like what do I do? So we have like a backup pump, and God bless like our neighbor, because like well, we have a really good relationship with our neighbor, and she has a generator, and she's just like, I'm pretty sure the backup pump can only last around like an hour or an hour and a half. And I'm like, oh, and the estimated time for the power to come back was like 6 hours from like 2 o'clock. And yeah, so she was able to like give us an extension cord, and I plugged in our pumps obviously, and we were able to get going. And thankfully we don't have a flooded basement, and I have like vinyls in the back here, like all my stuff is down here, and it would have been a disaster. So she saved us, and it was kind of nice though, because like me and my family were able to like be in the living room, have dinner, and not have the TV on and not have any distractions. We played like a memory matching game with my daughter and my wife, and it was refreshing. It's like my wife and I were talking, it's just like, you know, we should do this more, like even if it's just on the weekend. Yeah, just spending more quality time, being able to just not be so engulfed with like distractions. The TV is just such a big distraction, and I think more of just like, I know like I only have like the mornings and the evenings to really do anything for myself, but I really just got to take a moment to just slow down. Like I noticed today, or this evening, I usually like I'll tell a story to my daughter, and I've noticed myself like rushing it and not really. I do enjoy it, but I haven't really been in the moment to really take it all in. And it's just, I have this like short chapter in my life where it's like my daughter's only going to be this small once, and I'm only going to be able to tell these stories once, which is crazy. It's like every day that goes by, I just gotta appreciate it. So I definitely want to be more present and slow down in times of like when I'm with my daughter, in those simple times when it comes to like telling stories at night, and not feel like I have to rush to like, oh, like I gotta do stuff for myself. And I'm not like filming this video, it took me like, it's always the lead up to starting. Like it probably took me about like half an hour, 45 minutes to get this going, and I wasn't doing anything. I think it was like organizing something. So yeah, and yeah, so the power outage, we went on this like pretty crazy hike this afternoon. It was like super windy, and I'm glad we were able to still go out. And like we saw this like super heavy stream going down this mountain, and my wife was just like, do you want to climb it? I was like, yeah. My daughter was down to just climb the whole thing, and she went halfway through, so like I piggybacked her. I'll see if I could put some of that footage on here. I filmed us climbing this mountain on this trail that we usually go on. Yeah, so yeah, this video is just all about me just being able to set up myself for success, and being able to just implement habit stacking from the book Atomic Habit, and going on walks more and journaling. So I think that's 10 minutes there. Thank you again, And day 13 in the bag. Peace.